second derivative test. هذا فعليا test نستخدم فيه ال second derivative to determine the critical point or stationary point is maximum, local maximum or local minimum. Okay, so we have another test to determine which stationary point is maximum or minimum. This is called second derivative test. Okay, طبعا هذا for what? For local extrema. Now, look at this curve. At this curve, we have two curves. The first curve, we have maximum. Okay, local maximum at A and F LA. Okay, look at this point. We have horizontal tangent line. This means F prime of A what equals 0. But at this point also F double prime positive or negative. This point A and FLA on the concave down of the curve. So we can conclude F double prime of A must be less than 0 because this point on the curve and the curve concave down. Okay, so we can conclude if F prime at A equals 0, this means at A stationary point, and this point on the second derivative less than 0, this means on concave down. So we can conclude f of x has local maximum A and FLA. So the stationary point at FLA equals 0 and F double prime of A negative less than 0. So at this point we have local maximum. Okay, look at the second curve. We have A and FLA. We have F prime of A must be equal 0 because this is a stationary point, and this point also on the concave down on the curve that concave up on the curve concave up. If concave up, so we have positive F double prime. So we can conclude if F prime of A equals 0 and F double prime of A greater than 0, so we have f of x maximum or minimum, local minimum A and FLA. Okay, this is the second derivative test. Okay, now example. Find the local extrema of f of x equal x to the power 3 minus 3x squared plus 2 Now we need to using the second derivative test, using the second derivative test. Okay, now if we need to find the local extrema, must we find f prime? So the f prime equal 3x squared minus 6x equal 0. Take x as common factor, so we have x multiply 3x minus 6 equals 0. So we have two stationary points, x equals 0 and 3x minus 6 equals 0. So we have 3x equals 6 and x by divide by 3 equal 2. So how many stationary? Two stationary points. Now the second derivative test, this mean find f double prime, this equal 6x minus 6, and substitute at x equals 0 and x equal 2 and find the sign of f double prime. F double prime at 0, this equal 0 minus 6, so we have less than 0, negative. Now we can conclude at x equals 0, maximum or minimum? Maximum or minimum? Focus. This is f double prime. If we have negative in f double prime, okay, we have maximum. Good. So we can conclude f of x has local maximum at the point 0 and f is 0. And this is equal 0. Substitute 0 in f of x. 0 minus 0 plus 2 equal 2. Okay. Now we need to substitute the second stationary point, f double prime at 2. We have 6 multiplied by 2 minus 6, so we have 6. So this is positive. If we have f double prime, when substitute the stationary point in f double prime and we have f double prime positive, so we can conclude at this stationary point maximum or minimum. So f of x has local minimum at 2 and f at 2, and this equal 2. We can find f at 2 by substitute 2 in f of x. 8 2 square 4 multiply 3 negative 12 plus 2, so we have minus 2. So this is the maximum and this is the minimum. Any question? Okay, the last subject in this chapter, we need to solve optimization problem. We have 4 optimization problem. Wait. The first one. We have 3. Must be 3 given from the example to solve the optimization problem. The first one in the example must be given need maximum or minimum. Okay, and the second equation, and the third relation between x and y to convert the function q in one variable. 3 شغلات مهمة دائما في الاوبتمايزيشن بروبلم. أول واحد لازم من خلال السؤال أحدد بده ماكسيمم ولا مينيمم، واحتمال يكون يعني بطريقة مغايرة. يعني لما يتكلم عن التكلفة بدنا أقل، مثلا ممكن نقول لك يعني least cost or minimum cost، هذا بتحدث عن minimum. أو مثلا bigger or maximum or huge area مثلا، فبتحدث عن maximum. اوكي، فمن صيغة السؤال لازم نحدد احنا بدنا maximum ولا minimum. And the second must be given the equation. مش شرط يعطيك الايكويشن، هو ممكن يقول لك area لريكتانجولار، معروف الريكتانجولار الاريا تبعته مثلا x في y، ما في داعي يعطيك اياها الاريا معروف للريكتانجولار. على سبيل المثال للسيركل، للتريانجل، مثلا السكوير، عادة بتكون معروفة المفروض، يعني بإمكانك تجيبها. يعني الشيء الثالث لازم يعطيك relation between x and y، لازم يعطيك علاقة ما بين x و y. ليه؟ لأنه هذا الفانكشن احتمال يكون with respect to x and y، يعني مرتبط ب x و y. فلما يعطينا relation بين x و y بإمكاننا نحول هذا الفانكشن ل x فقط، دلالة x، عشان أقدر أنا أشتق. يعني هل إحنا بنقدر نشتق x سكوير في y حتى الآن؟ لا، ما بنقدر نشتق الفانكشن. هل بنقدر نوجد q برايم؟ لا. ليه؟ لأنه في عندي x و y. تمام؟ فأنا شو الريليشن هذه؟ من هذه الريليشن بلغي y بحطها بدلالة x عشان أحول ال q كلياتها مثلا بدلالة x. هذه أهم 3 شغلات في كل الثلاث 4 أمثلة اللي راح نحلها. لازم نستنبط من المسألة maximum or minimum, the equation and the relation. أوكي، يلا نبدأ. هنا the solution, we need to find two positive numbers, so we need to find the value of x and y. That maximum. So we need to maximum for what? For q. What's the value of q? This is x square, equal x square في y. But this is the equation, but we have the relation between x and y, x plus y equals 6. okay, this is given. هذا معطى بالسؤال، يعني هو معطيني هذه المعطيات. اوكي، مش دائما يعني x plus y 6، بس بهذا المثال يعني. So we can conclude y equal what? 6 minus x. So we can substitute or replace y with 6 minus x. So now we can obtain the q equal x square multiplied by y. This is 6 minus x. So we have q equal 6x square minus x to the power 3. This is the value of q. هذا ال q. Now if we have the function q with respect to x only, we can find the value of x that q maximum. يعني من المحاضرة الماضية هذا الفانكشن سهل انه نوجد قيمة x اللي بتخلي لي هذا الفانكشن maximum. So firstly we need to find f prime, q prime. So we have 12x minus 3x squared, and this is equal 0. Take x as common factor, so we have 12 minus 3x equals 0. So we have x equals 0, or 12 minus 3x equals 0. So we can conclude 3x equal 12 by divide by 3. Okay, we can conclude x equal 4. So how many stationary value? We have 2, 0 and 4. But x, we need x positive. From the example, we need x positive. So remove x equal 0. Now, we must what? We must check x at x equal 4. The q is maximum or minimum. We can use the second derivative test. Okay. Second derivative test means find the second derivative of a q. So we have 12 minus 4x. Now substitute the value of x4. Substitute x4 in second derivative test to check q double prime positive or negative. If positive, so we have maximum. If negative, we have minimum at this stationary point x equal 4. So this is equal 12 minus 16. Okay, so we have 12 minus 16, negative 4. So this is less than 0. Okay, now we can conclude q has maximum or minimum? Maximum, because the second derivative negative at x equal what? At x equal 4. And the value of y equal what? This is the value of y. Okay, the value of y, 6 minus x, this equal 6 minus 4, so we have 2. So the value of y equal 2. This is the value of y and this is the value of x. The summation between x and y equals 6. And if we find the q is maximum at x equal 4 and y equal 2. If we need to find the q, the value of q equal what? X squared y from the example. So we have 4 squared multiplied by 2, we have 32. This is the maximum value of a q, just in x equal 4 and y equal 2. Any question? Any question? Okay, the second one, we need to find the dimension of rectangular. So we have rectangular. Okay, x and y, okay, of the greatest area. So this is need greatest area. Look at this greatest area. What's the meaning greatest area? We need the maximum or minimum area? We need the maximum. Okay, so we need the maximum area. What's the value of area? X multiplied by y. Okay, now that can be found. So we obtain greatest. This means maximum. So obtain the maximum. We need maximum for what? What the function of area? Area equal x multiply y. We need now to obtain from example the relation between x and y. So look at this, that can be fenced off all four sides. We have how many sides in rectangle? We have four sides, x, y, and x and y. Okay, with 300 meters of fencing. 300 of fencing. So fencing that equal x plus x plus y plus y must be equal 300. So the 2x plus 2y equal 300. Now we can obtain 2y equal what? 300 minus 2x. By divide by 2, we can conclude the value of y equal 150 minus x. This is the value of y that we need to substitute it or replace it in the function area that we need to find the maximum. Okay? Now, area equal what? Now, x multiplied by y, that 150 minus x. So we have area equal 150x minus x squared. Okay, now this is the function. We need to find the maximum value of the function, and we need to find the x that obtain maximum area. Okay, so find the stationary point minus 2x equals 0. So we can obtain 2x equal 150 by divide by 2, x equal 75. Okay, this is the only stationary point. Now we need to use the second derivative test, a double prime. A double prime equal minus 2. So when substitute in a double prime 75, we have also minus 2. So we have negative. So we can conclude the area has maximum at what? At x equal 75. And y equal what? Equal 150 minus x, that equal 150 minus 75 and equal 75. So the x equals 75 and y equals 75. Okay, if we need to find the area equal what? X multiply y. So we have 75 multiply 75. Okay, that equal, what's the 75 squared? 5,625. Okay, any question? Any question? This is the solution. This is the area. This is the relation between x and y. So we have a like this. Find the value of x. After that, find the value of y. And the third example told about the rectangular garden of area. So we have area. This rectangular, we have x and y. This is the dimension of rectangular with area 75. So this is fixed area. Okay. Fixed area, this means the relation. We can obtain the relation. Area that equal x multiply y. This is the fixed 75. Okay. So we can obtain, for example, y equal what? 75 over x. Okay. By divide the x in both sides. Now, to be surrounded on the three sides by brick wall costing 10 per foot. So we have three sides, for example, like this. This is the first, and this is the second, and this is the third. Okay, this is brick wall with costing what? With costing 10 per foot. So the first one costing 10x, the second 10x also, the third 10y. Okay, the cost, for example, يعني إذا عندك حيطة طولها مثلا على سبيل المثال 5 أمتار، كل متر بكلفك مثلا خلينا نحكي 500 ريال إنك تبنيه وتدهنه إلى آخره. فكم التكلفة؟ راح يكون اللي هو سعر المتر ضرب طول الحيطة اللي هي مثلا 5 أو 6 متر. واضح؟ عندي أنا هنا الكوست بير فيت 10 and the long of the wall x. So we have the cost 10x, okay, or 10y if we have another wall with long y. But the one side fencing with $5. So the last one, this one fencing with cost $5 per foot. So we have cost 5y. The third, the fourth wall. Now find the dimensions. So we need the dimension, the value of x and y. Okay. That what? Of the garden such that the cost material is minimum. So we need minimum. Minimum for what? Look at this, minimum. For what? For the cost. So the function equal C, cost. The cost equal 10x plus also the second wall 10x, the third wall 10y, the fourth wall 5y. So we have the cost equal 20x plus 15y. This is the cost. Okay. Now we can substitute y as 75 over x. So we have the cost equal what? 20x plus 15 multiplied by y, 75 over x. So we have the cost equal 20x plus the value of 15 multiplied by 75 equal 1125 x to the power minus 1. Okay. Now this is the function. We need to find the minimum value of this cost. So we need to find the stationary point that obtain the minimum value. C prime equal 20 minus 1125 x to the power minus 2. Okay, this is equal what? This is equal 0. So we can obtain 20 equal 1125 over x squared. Okay, now 20x square equal 1125 by divide by 20, we have x square equal by calculator 1125 divide 20, so we have 56.25. Take the roots. We have x equal 7.5. Okay, this is the value of x. Now we need to use the second derivative test to check 7.5. We have maximum or minimum of the function c. So second derivative test, c double prime equal 20 0 minus 2 minus equal positive. So we have 2250 x to the power minus 3. Okay, now substitute 7.5 equal 2250 7.5 to the power negative 3, and this is positive. So C has minimum or maximum? Minimum. At x must be equal what? 7.5, and the value of y equal 75 over x, so we have 75 over 7.5, so we have y equal 10. This is the value of y 10 and x 7.5. Any question? Any question? Okay, from where to 250 نرجع هذه مين اللي سأل بس؟ ريم. This is the first derivative of C. If you need to find the second derivative test, the second derivative test, this is the second derivative, the second derivative of C. We need to use the second derivative test to check local maximum or minimum. Okay, now the derivative of 20, 0. The derivative of minus 1125 x to the power minus 2 must be multiplying negative 2 with negative 1125. This is equal positive 2250. Okay. Okay, ريم. كيف طلعت معطيات المعادلة؟ معطيات المعادلة أنا هون بقول لي السؤال إنه في عنده حديقة فيها عادة أربع حيطان فيها الحديقة، صح؟ ريكتانجولار مستطيلة الشكل. فثلاث حيطان بده يبنيهم في ثلاث جهات، بده يبنيهم ب3 حيطان، لكن تكلفة الحيط $10 لكل قدم. ففي عندي كم حيطة؟ هذه واحدة، هذه ثنتين، هذه ثلاث. ال3 حيطان هذول تكلفة كل واحد منهم $10 لكل قدم. تمام؟ فالتكلفة راح تكون 10 في الطول في إكس، أو 10 في الطول اللي هو واي. أوكي؟ الآن هذه ال3 حيطان، بقول لي and one side، واحد من هذه خلينا نحكي الجهات راح يكون تكلفة الفنسنج بده يعملها شيك، ما بده يعملها بلوك خلينا نحكي، ولا حيطة يعني اسمنتية، بده يعملها شيك عادي. يعني ممكن هذه جهة نهر، جهة يعني جهة ما بتهمه مثلا، فبده يعملها بشيك عادي يعني. تمام. تكلفته أرخص، $5 لكل فيت. فالسي راح تكون اللي هي التكلفة اللي راح تكون السور لهذا الريكتانجولار، راح تكون ضمن الأربع جهات هذه. الجهة الأولى $10، الجهة الثانية 10، الجهة الثالثة 10 واي عفوا، والجهة الرابعة 5 واي. هذا هو يا معاذ. تمام. وضحت الآن؟ أي استفسار، أي سؤال؟ طيب، المسألة الأخيرة في الأوبتمايزيشن تتحدث عن فوليوم. طيب، هنا راح يكون في عندي canvas wind shelter for the beach has a back، إلها back 2 square side وtop فقط. يعني في عندنا زي خيمة من القماش، في إلها توب مثل ما هو كاتبين، وفي إلها 2 square side زي ما احنا شايفين، وفي إلها باك. تمام. إذا كم؟ خلينا نحكي جهة من القماش. التوب واحد، 2 square side هاي 2 مع 2 side يعني مع التوب 3 مع الباك 4. إذا في عندي كم جهة؟ التوب واحد، والباك 2، والتو سايد 3 و4، 4 جهات. تمام. Now, 2 square side, this means we have x and x because this is the side square. الجناب اليمين واليسار square قال مربع، يعني الطول والعرض x. أما عرض الخيمة فهي راح تكون مثلا y بهذا الشكل. نقول لي find the dimension. We need to find the x and y which is the volume. So the volume الحجم عادة طول عرض وارتفاع، فعندي x في x في y equal 250. Okay. Now and that require the least possible، يعني أقل ما يمكن من كمية الكنفاس القماش. إذا بدنا least يعني minimum من الكنفاس من القماش. So the canvas، خلينا نحكي القماش المستخدم لهذه الخيمة من 4 جهات، خلينا نحكي جهات: top plus back plus side plus another side number 4. Okay, so this equal C equal number 1 the area of number 1 x في y because this is x. الباك برضو x في y. This is y and the high x, so x في y also. But the number 3 side we have x في x and number 4 x في x. So the cost equal of canvas or amount of canvas, sorry, we have 2x square plus 2xy. So this is 2xy, xy, xy, 2xy, and this is x square, so we have 2x square. Now we can obtain the x square multiply y equal what? 250. So the y equal 250 over x square. This is the value of y that substitute here. So the canvas amount of canvas equal 2x square plus 2x multiplied by y 250 over x square. So this is equal to x square plus 500 x to the power minus 1. Okay. Now we need to find the critical point. The critical point sorry, this is C prime equal 4x minus 500 x to the power minus 2. This is equal 0. Now we have 4x equal 500 over x square. So we have 4x to the power 3 equal 500. By divide by 4, we have x to the power 3 equal 125. Take the roots, okay, cube roots, x equal 5. So must be x equal 5. Now, to check at x equal 5, the amount of canvas minimum or maximum, we need to use second derivative. Second derivative of C equal 4 plus 1000 x to the power minus 3. Now substitute the 5, 4 plus 1000 be 5 to the power negative 3. This is also positive. So we can conclude C has minimum because the second derivative positive. At what? At x equal 5 and y equal what? Y equal 250 over x squared. So 250 over 25. So y equal what? 10. This is the value of y and this is the value of x. Any question? Then least amount, we can conclude the least amount C equal 2x square plus 2 multiply 5 multiply by 10. This is equal 50 plus 150 of canvas, 150 square of canvas اللي هي 150 ممكن مربع من الأمتار، متر مربع أو قدم مربع أو سنتيمتر مربع إلى آخره. Okay. Any question? Okay. At this example, we finished the chapter number 3.